course it's raining out. There's our butte back there.
Of course it decides to rain whenever we want to go out and record.
Whoa, let's bring it down a little bit here.
But we can't let that stop us. So I feel like the Subaru has been getting a little bit of neglect. As you saw, we've done a lot of shorts with the Infiniti. We've done a lot of videos with the Infiniti, kind of because that's a new car. It's a little more exciting, just because you can make so much power on it for cheap. But the Subaru is still my baby. And I think we've been neglecting it just a bit too much.
So while you guys haven't seen the Subaru very much, that doesn't mean I'm not giving it maintenance and stuff on the back. And I just feel like there hasn't been anything super interesting to do to it that maybe you guys would be wanting to watch a full video on. That's all gonna change. So here she sits, getting all rained on. The paint and everything actually doesn't look bad in the rain because it like glosses it a little bit, and I feel like it helps take away some of the imperfections. But it's just been sitting here on the tender, plugged in for a while. I haven't exactly driven it in a bit, which makes me sad. You know, this was the baby that started it all, and I've been neglecting it. So as some of you who have a bit more keen of an eye probably noticed, some parts on this aren't exactly certified for use with the Cobb Stage 2 tune. One of those parts being this hot air intake. I've gotten a lot of comments on this from you guys. Previous owner put this on the car. He tuned it on Cobb Stage 2. I do believe it is running a Cobb downpipe, but it's kind of a little bit of a mismatch of parts. I mean, we had popped this before, and underneath here is actually a boost controller. And I never knew this car had a boost controller. I don't know why it would have a boost controller on it, because it's just running the regular Cobb tune. But some of these things we're going to fix so that way we're not hurting the motor at all from all these different parts that aren't meant for this tune. So basically what I'm trying to say is we're doing a whole rebuild on this thing. My access port actually crapped out. Let me go grab it quick. So maybe part of this video might even be like a history lesson for some old mods that people used to run on this. Because I actually have an old ECU that somebody actually removed from this car and they sent out to get unlocked or tuned or something, because someone actually swapped the ECU on this car in the past until I guess Cobb came out with something before they were even a company. But this is another ancient relic, a V2 Cobb access port. Now this thing came with the car whenever I bought it, and this is actually how the previous owner loaded the Stage 2 tune, and it's how I've checked my different engine codes that I've had. It's how I actually made sure the tune was running correctly, and I think I changed it from a 91 to a 93 tune. But this baby has done it all, and it has retired itself to the point where the screen doesn't even turn on anymore. It was actually getting green lines on it a little bit before it crapped out, and now it's just completely done for. I can even plug it in here quick, and as you'll see, we have got no response. Oh, you guys? Oh, look, you can see it. It still works. You can barely even see it. Maybe whenever I checked it, I just wasn't in the right lighting or something. I thought it was dead, but that's besides the point. We are going to upgrade to the V3. I would like to have one mounted in here because, as you know, on the V3 you can live track a bunch of different things, and I would love to just have that set up so I can watch those different things, especially with this motor. The engine is at almost 156,000, which isn't a lot for this year of a car, but I still feel like those are different things that can help you notice problems earlier, so that way you can make sure that they're not going to affect things majorly in the end. This is all just to say we're going to be doing the WRX right this time. We're not going to be cheaping out with these junky eBay parts. I'm getting rid of the lowering springs that we put on the car. We're just going to do everything right. So I'd like to know what kind of mods you guys think that we should do to this car. I'm going to be getting the Cobb intake, the one that you can actually run with their tune, as well as the V3 access port. Maybe we'll go and actually get Pro Tune somewhere, so that way the tune that we got is actually meant for this vehicle. Those are definitely two things that I'm doing for sure. I don't want this car to be running junk parts anymore. I'm actually going to do things right, which we should have done a long time ago. So those are two things that we're going to do. I also have an inspection coming up soon in the next month or so I thought we could get some coilovers for this car. So if you have recommendations for coilovers, I think I was going to get, I know BC Racing might be a little bit on like the mid-range end. I'd like to get something a little bit nicer, but that might be something I end up going with. But look at this gap in the front. This is the gap in the back. It's honestly really not that bad. I don't think that it's anything that's too aggressive that you can still daily it, but I also think it's set up well enough to still look really nice. So let me know what recommendations you guys have for coilovers or different performance mods that we could do, because that's really the bulk of what I want to do to this car, is just do everything right. I feel like the exterior is pretty much done for everything that I would want to do to it. I think I'm going to get a different hood scoop. This is just a little bit too obnoxious, I feel like, for this car. I do like how big it is, but I think I might just go for the 2002, 2003 JDM STI one and put it on there, because that'll still have some aggression, but it won't be all up in your face like this one is. And then of course, we need things like a new front bumper. We need a new rear bumper back here. And there's just different things that need repainted, like this dent up here needs redone. But I think those different paint things, I'm gonna wait until I can get a garage or something to put this in, because as you can see, it's just sitting out here in the elements, so I don't think it's justifiable to spend the money to get it paint corrected right now and have everything fixed. Because I got a quote before that was $4 grand to do paint correction and fix all of the paint on this car. I just can't justify spending that when it's gonna sit out here in the elements all the time. But soon, that'll get done, because I'm going to get storage space for this thing. So that's why I think we should just focus on different performance things and just doing things right that we never did right in the past. But like I said, thinking of putting on coilovers, because whenever I get my inspection done, they'll do an alignment for me so I can just get it all done in one run. And I know I want to get the V3 access port and a cob intake. But other than that, I'm not sure what else I want to do to this thing. I mean, like we said, this thing has 156,000 miles about. And this is the original engine. It's not like it was replaced at any point. I have all the service documents of things that were done to this car before it was in my hands, besides those little modifications that were done. But I'm gonna have to change the head gasket soon, so do we just do a whole engine swap? It's just about, is it worth the price to do that? Because there are some people who are like, your engine's just going to be tired by the point you're going to go change the head gasket, and if you're looking for a little bit more power, it might just be more worthwhile swapping a stronger STI engine and transmission into it. But I just don't know if that's the route that I want to go. So this video has been a little bit more chillax, talk, get your guys' opinions, because I really am interested in what you think would look better for this car. Like I said, I'm more so just looking for what performance mods might be best for this thing. I've done some research on the platform, but I don't know everything that there is to it. But I just think that we should do this car right and not cut any corners anymore. So we'll put some B-roll after this just so you guys can see everything of the car and you can have a good idea of what's done to it right now. And the rain's messing us up a little bit, but hopefully you can still see all that's done to it.
So anyways guys, with all that being said, I appreciate you checking out the video. A lot of you have been here for a while and you saw me when I originally just got the WRX. And I don't want you guys to think the WRX content's gonna stop at all. It's just, I think I just kind of knew what I wanted to do with the car. I just wasn't entirely sure how I was gonna execute it all. So like I said, we're getting new access port, we're getting new intake. I'm probably going to end up putting coilovers on it. I just need to know which ones would be best. So drop comments down below of what you think would look good on the car. We'll see you guys in the next video where hopefully we're either making some more power or we're making the WRX look sick. Or maybe we're just making it more reliable. Peace!